Good morning, people. Good morning, and God bless. I pray that everyone is well. It is just past 4 a.m. here in Texas. One of those got up early. Been up since about 2 o'clock this morning. I lay down to take a nap about 8. Next thing I know, I'm waking up. Yeah. But I was going through the internet and I went into my search and I wanted to check in on Chi-Town. And with all this going on with the presidency, well, we don't know what's going on with that, and that, of course, just consumes the news. Quietly, the war rages on in the streets of Chicago. Till when I just checked, 47. What are we? The second week of February. The ending of the second week, yeah? 47 people, young folks, have been gunned down in Chicago. 6 weeks. Almost one per day. Which, okay, 47 I didn't read the whole article. 47 so far is more, way more, I believe, than what happened last year at this time period, which is never good. Now, I've been tracking this whole, what could only be called a war, I guess, in Chicago for a while now. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I checked in and looked at stats and whatnot. We all know that drill music played a major role, still does, with the killings over there. Those that don't know what drill music is making a rap song about somebody that lost and celebrating the demise of another human being through rap lyrics. They play that stuff on the radio, yo. Imagine you being the parent and you lost a child and they're describing the demise of your child on the radio. People bobbing their head to it. Singing along. Imagine you being in a Walmart and you hear a 9-year-old rapping, describing. You know who they're talking about. They might not mention the name, but the police describe to you what happened and what they believe happened, how it went down. And now a few weeks later, a month later, you hear a rap song and they're describing everything that the police told you. Yeah, it's crazy. Little JoJo got murked, taken out in a bus stop. And that was 2013, I believe. And that was the beginning of drill music right there. For the most part, that's when it started. Now, the the war had been going on already. That just that just added the fuel to the fire because now there was fame involved. You know, the money got involved now because people would get signed to record deals, yo, just because they had the gift of being able to describe situations through lyrics. And these situations ain't good. And it's, yeah, yeah. King Von supposedly was behind that. There was another cat who's the project, the Old Block where King Von Troy and them come out, move out. You know, the whole crew that went down for murking, what's old boy's name? Big fella that his mom got pissed off and all that. That the feds called the ones that got cased up for murking the dude on that strip, like a Beverly Hills type strip in broad daylight. Yeah. A lot of bodies have been lost. A lot of young kids, young kids. Lost to the system. And there are some that are still alive and got bodies on them. Imagine you, sad. Sometimes I laugh not to cry or because imagine you being 15 years old, 14 years old, hanging out in the streets, right? All of a sudden you start making some money with folks that you know because you all grew up together, right? The music is playing, you start drinking, you start smoking out, fighting, you grew up fighting, boom, 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 boom. And you're having issues, blah, blah, he killed so-and-so, somebody you don't even know. But you feel like, I'm down with these folks. Murk somebody. All over the news. Police come around, ask questions. Homicide comes around, ask questions. Your name is in the air. Right? And you don't get charged. And nothing ever happens behind it. No one ever snitched. And you look around and you realize, wait a second. So-and-so hasn't been charged either. So-and-so done dropped somebody 2 years ago, and that's, what was it? I might be off. It's been a while, like I said, since I checked stats. I think there was a time where they were solving, I think, less than 50% of the homicides. So you're like, man, I could get away with this. Ain't nobody telling. What transpires out of that, you have yourself a killing field on your hands. Kids just murking people left to right. They never been to a range, missing. The projectile goes through a window. Takes out a little kid or a baby. Ain't nobody telling. 47 people, young, I guess, or whatever ages. I didn't look at the list because I have looked at lists before. And boy, they get long and they get long quick. All sorts of ages. Murked. I'm not talking about people who, of cancer and all that. God bless them. Murked. Found, I don't know how many times I've read a case where the victim was found like behind an alley or in between two houses and just trying to run away. Broad daylight, a running gun battle. Kids. I saw a video one time. There was this man and there was a kid there. He looked like he was 16. They looked like it. They were on a bus stop. Anyway, the older cat looked probably like if he had been drinking, you know. But they were going back and forth with words, right? And the older cat was like, yo, let me explain to you something, you know, so I could explain something, young blood. The 16-year-old wasn't having it, yo. And that look that he gave to that adult, and he just looked at that adult and he said, I ain't playing. And I thought to myself, yo, that kid right there, he ain't playing with you. Now let me ask you this. I have a question. Should you treat that 16-year-old as an adult right then and there? Let me ask you this. Somebody like myself, right? That's been shot for no reason, right? I just went to get gas. I got approached, whatever. Anyway, I ended up getting shot. Now I'm the type of dude that it doesn't take much if I'm in a situation for my thoughts to go there. When I was on the truck as a trucker, I used to always say, I might not have a piece on me, but I know one thing. This thing I'm driving, this thing could do some damage. I was always like, yo, if I ever feel like I might get harmed, I ain't gonna give it a second thought. I'll take care of that after the fact. Yeah. I've come, anyway. Yeah. Because I'm just like, no, I ain't gonna let that happen again. You know? So when you feel threatened, should you treat that kid as an adult? Because if you do, what's gonna happen is, oh, but he was just a little kid. Let me tell you, like I've told people, and I know this to be true, I knew when I was 16 years old, right? When I was 15 years old, I had friends of mine that there is no doubt in my mind that they could fight grown men and probably win. Flat out. Grown ass men, excuse my language, grown men. They would lift up their hands and say, let's go. I'm not saying they were like a Mike Tyson. But yeah. So that thing of, oh, he's just a little, no, man, wrong answer. All right? And probably if you did something to that kid, when they frisked the body, they probably would find something on, a piece on, a tool. You see, because you can't trust them. You know, they don't think twice. They don't think. So why give them the opportunity? We've all heard the stories. You look at a young man like that and you come across him and you think to yourself, this kid right here is a danger to society at this moment in time. Yeah. This kid right here, this individual, at this moment in time, it's a threat to society. This kid, it's highly that he's going to take somebody out. And if he misses, he might hit that child. So what do we do? As an adult. Because the parenting, that's out the window. Because if it was there, that might not have been the case. I would have figured that with, well, with ICE in the streets of Chicago, now with more law enforcement, I would think that that would have dropped as far as the bodies on the street, but apparently not. I wonder if that problem is ever gonna be somewhat fixed, or do they just want it to go on like they did in the 70s with the street gangs up north? Like the Northeast, they used to be like, just let them kill each other. I think that that's probably it. That's probably it. With the parents and the adults having that no snitch code. God forgive me. I have to be honest with you. If I was a cop and I patrol the neighborhood like that, and time after time, I show up where it's a crime scene and there's a body, and I ask adults who did this, and time after time, nobody answers me, I start thinking to myself, you guys must really like this shit. Excuse my language. You guys must really like this. I guess the trick is, hey, let's throw a party and let's take it out with a bang. Which includes leaving a body out, laid out. Is that it? I guess that's somebody's idea of fun. Because I don't get it. Think about it. JoJo, his poor family, that happened 2012 or 2000, and it's been going on years before that. Thousands of bodies. Young kids, yo. Young kids. And it still happens. You know, and again, it ain't even funny. When I started paying attention to these numbers, and I started seeing how high they were, you know, it's not like a number represents a box or a crate, a unit. No, each number is a human being. I used to think, after a while, these numbers must go down because they're running out of kids. I guess not. I guess not. We just have to pray. Because even though we might not see an end, God does. God does. God knows a way. Always does. He wants what's best for us. That is not what's best for us. Those are our kids. That's the future. That's the future. When one race hurts, we all hurt. We share neighborhoods all together. Hispanics, blacks, white, the Asians. When one group hurts, it affects everybody. And we ain't never gonna be okay. To those young men in Chi-Town, till when that ends, we ain't gonna be okay. We ain't gonna be okay. Anyway, guys, I pray you have a blessed day. Be safe and take care of each other.